All right.
Oh, well, thank you, Mike. And I'm here at the Log Chapel with Father Paul Doyle. And this is where everything started. Can you give us a brief tour? There's so much history.
Gladly, Amanda. Let's start with the people who served the Native Americans before Holy Cross got here. Notre Dame was founded in 1842. Father Baden is buried under the log chapel. There's a stone here denoting that. First priest ordained in this country. And there are three other priests buried under the log chapel. They were circuit riders who served the Native Americans on this land. We have other things here, like artifacts in the sacristy. I took a lady back there recently and showed her a monstrance, and she said, "Oh my, I haven't seen a monstrance like that since I was a child." Then she read the little plaque that said 1756 or something like that, so she got a laugh out of that she wasn't a child at that point. But there are a lot of old things like keys. We have swipe cards and all these combinations to get in things now, but there's some enormous keys back there and chalices, investments that Father Soren wore. So those things are there. This building was in disrepair when Holy Cross got here. The roof was sagging. The Native Americans hadn't been here in 4 years, and this building was repaired. So the little group that founded Notre Dame had a place to live that first winter, and then moved to a building next door now called Old College, which was the first building built here. So Native Americans were Catholic Christians on this real estate for a long time, from the 1600s until 1842, but we were the first permanent clergy here and started the university, of course. But not just the university. There was a grade school here. The students were called minims, and there was an apprentice school here, a manual labor school, as well as a university from the get-go. So this place now is used for weddings and baptisms. There's a student mass here on Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock, which fills the place up. Right, there are about 36 chairs in here, so they're not large weddings, but there are many anniversaries of weddings here.
How many about weddings and baptisms have you done here?
Oh my, I wouldn't. Weddings, only a handful. Baptisms, several a month. And I've been a priest 37 years, mostly here at Notre Dame, so lots of them. And anniversary masses of people married elsewhere, but they get their closest together here and recall their 50th or something like this. So this place is used intensively and is very popular.
Okay. And
this is a replica, actually, of the log chapel that was here for Father Soren. That one burned down 100 years ago. And I think someone said that it had devolved into a place where pigs lived because there were so many other nice chapels on campus. And then after this fire that burned it down, it was decided shortly that we really need to stay in touch with our origins, and the log chapel was rebuilt.
And you had mentioned Father Soren. Tell us one of your favorite stories about him.
I think the guy was amazing myself. One thing I like about him, you've seen those bicycles that have one great big front wheel and a little back wheel. They're called velocipedes or something like that. They were big in the 19th century. He brought one of those back from France, and there are pictures that are extant of folks riding around on that thing, especially the children delighted in this fad. I like that story. He used to like to play marbles with the children that were the minims, ages 6 to 13 in that grade school. And he was pretty good at it. That's a story I like about Soren. He was good at playing marbles. When the Gold Dome burned down, the priest council around him would not agree to making the new main building with a gold dome on it. They wanted to make a dome and paint it yellow. So he moved over to St. Mary's for a week, and without him, the president of the council, they couldn't meet, they couldn't appropriate money, they couldn't spend money. So they capitulated, and he came back, and they built the gold dome instead of a dome painted yellow. So he was a forceful character and a man of great faith. He didn't believe in lightning rods up until the main building burned down. He thought, let's entrust things to the care of Our Lady. That's indicative of his faith. People told him to buy insurance. He was very reluctant to buy fire insurance and never bought enough. So this guy was quite a sport. He made 50 trips, more than 50 trips across the Atlantic to gather resources to sustain this place. He tried to address the needs of the world he was living in. There was an apprentice, the manual labor school here, and the university.
Well, thank you, Father, for sharing all this with us and spending time with us tonight.